What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, for those of you who don't know already, my name is Aj, and today we're gonna see which AI is better at coding, ChatGPT, Replit, or Loveable. I can't wait to find out. Okay, so we're gonna rank them based on speed, how advanced or more efficient the code is, and how well it works. Okay, so let's move to ChatGPT first. Okay, for the testing prompt, we're gonna ask them to make a simple calculator with HTML and set the prompts and time them at the same time. Alright, so let's send them in 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, so one thing right off the bat, seems like ChatGPT finishes at 13 seconds, but sadly, last time I checked, it was able to preview it right inside, but sadly, apparently, we're gonna have to paste it inside an HTML file, and it's not automatic. Okay, so one thing right off the bat, it seems like that Loveable and Replit are clearly supposed to make like startups or actual functioning web apps, and ChatGPT is clearly for general use and not mainly for coding. Okay, so and Loveable and Replit probably use ChatGPT as an LLM and probably feed the LLM more code, and Loveable actually uses that as advertisement inside their web page that they use GPT-5 when they make code. Okay, so let's wait. Okay, so right off the bat, Replit seems to be making a visual preview before actually making the functional preview, which is actually really smart of them. So let's wait. Okay, so Replit has finished the visual preview at 1 minute and 45 seconds. So let's. And Loveable has finished in 1 minute and 59 seconds. So let's wait for Loveable. Okay, so Loveable doesn't show a design preview, but it clearly uses a similar design as Replit. It uses the same prompt. Okay, but Replit still hasn't completed the functional preview, which is quite concerning. So yeah, let's wait. But while we're waiting, let's open ChatGPT's inside here. That's ChatGPT. It's like, and well, I've been doing these behind the scenes. It looks pretty similar to past, but yeah, there's this exact design error. And what's cool is, never mind. I thought it had. Never mind. Still, Replit is still not done and still hasn't done the functional preview yet, which is quite concerning. It seems like it's almost done. Okay, so while we're waiting for Replit, let's review Loveables. Okay, so Loveable does not have a keyboard functionality. Let's test the functionality. Okay, so what I don't like about it is when you click plus or any type of mathematical mathematical equation thingy, it makes it disappear, and you'll have to type the next number, which is quite confusing since maybe people will think that it just cleared it. But I think since ChatGPT blew the criteria away technically, even if there's this little design flaw, it seems like it takes number 1, Loveable takes number 2, and well, actually Replit takes number 2 since the wait time is slightly worth it. Okay, so let's test it out first before we make any assumptions. Okay, yeah, Replit definitely takes the number 2 for this one, and while Loveable was still fast, the functionality and efficiency wasn't that good. So first round, ChatGPT takes the cake, Replit at second, and Loveable at third, which is quite surprising. Okay, so let's move on to the next prompt. In the next prompt, you will ask them to code a login page, so please wait for a sec while I do something here. Okay, so we're gonna ask them to create a simple login page using HTML and make it, when the login is successful, to go to google.com. Okay, so once again, it will be based on the same criteria, and we will send them at the exact same time. By the way, for people who are wondering what Replit's time was, it was about 43 minutes. Okay, so let's send them in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what I'm gonna say right off the bat is ChatGPT seems like it's really fast. So apparently it doesn't even do anything. You actually need to tell it to add validation, which normally I wouldn't care to do since this is just like a test, but for it to actually, be a test, I'm gonna give ChatGPT a chance here and add validation. But right off the bat, it seems like ChatGPT seems like it's focusing on speed instead of functionality, which is quite odd to the last things I've seen of it, but alright. So clearly, sadly, ChatGPT clearly has the lower hand since Replit and Loveable are able to have backends if they want to. They can make a better program using SQL databases and that stuff. But we'll see. So let's wait. Oh, by the way, ChatGPT finished at like 30 seconds, I think. I don't know. Okay, so Loveable finished at 1 minute 49 seconds. Okay, so we're still not using a database. So let's review Loveables. Okay, so right off the bat, I think it's using React, and it's very fancy, despite me saying simple. Okay, so apparently I can sign up as well, which I don't think is functional. Okay, so gonna check out the code here, and I want to see if there's any default password. Sadly, I can't fully test this since I don't think Loveable actually added a password. Okay, so it seems like Replit finished the visual preview at 3:10, 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So let's test if this will work. Okay, so apparently that works, but google.com is blocked for some reason, so I have no idea why, but okay, so let's test something else to see if it works. Okay, so apparently it just takes anything with no actual validation. So let's put in ChatGPT's code inside the HTML file and see what happens. It seems like ChatGPT's is broken. Oh, never mind. So let's test. Okay, so let's test it with a wrong password. And actually, Replit is done at 4 minutes and 46 seconds, I guess. Which I think, does it? Okay, so it has options for Google and GitHub in case you want to, expand it. But I'm not sure if there's a... Okay, once again, I'm gonna have to double check if there's any... Okay, so I'm gonna say that... Okay, there's also Replit auth, which I don't think the Replit agent actually used. So I want to check the code here if it has anything. Yeah, never mind. So sadly I cannot test this since it doesn't give me anything to work on. But we can test it if it has actual validation, if it's just like Loveable and it's just... Okay, so apparently it's just like Loveable, which doesn't have any validation. So let's check out ChatGPT's again. Okay, so ChatGPT's does have validation since I actually set it to add some fake validation. So according to the criteria, I'm pretty sure once again, ChatGPT has won this round with Loveable at 2nd place and Replit at last place. Alright, so my final verdict: use ChatGPT for general code, and use Replit and Loveable if you're planning to make a full stack project. But if you're planning to just make a hobby project or maybe an internal tool, just use ChatGPT. It's much more simpler. But if you do want to make a more advanced internal tool or something else, use Replit or Loveable. And if you really want to use ChatGPT but want to use it like more advanced, just use GitHub Copilot. Okay guys, so that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching and please like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.